Okay, we do appear to be live. So yeah, I've done a few things since the last episode yesterday. Um, yeah, I hadn't usually been doing stuff on Mondays for the last week, but um, I said I wound up having to stay home from my summer job stuff for other reasons. Nothing huge, just I was gonna be staying home anyway, so I figured may as well do this while I'm home. So as you can probably see just looking down here, I have done a couple more things. So the cargo stuff was tangling up on the passenger stuff here and it was causing issues. So with my characteristic solution on this map, I just put in another overpass. I also did the same basic thing here. It was just bumper to bumper traffic all along that road. So I made this section be the slowest road available to discourage people from driving that way and try and get them to go up here. And then I just upgraded all of that to be the bigger roads and to bridge over the rail line so that we would just have people able to filter into this city much easier. Let's see, I also did some stuff with trams. So I put in quite a bit more tram stuff here in Bury St. Edmunds. And I'm probably going to be doing a bit more of that stuff, but now, yeah, this area, it doesn't have full coverage yet, but basically the rest of the city does. I put in a little just shuttle that just goes around back and forth there, and then I put in a second loop here. So you have a loop there and a loop there. And both of them go each way. Yeah. And I got a lot more of those really gigantic trams that I kind of like. I mean, as you can see, they're clearly overkill. I probably could have put in, like, some of the smallest ones and it would have been fine, but I don't know, I like big trams. And I particularly like the aesthetics of that one, so I used it. Let's see. I also wound up adding yet another car onto the British Pullman's shuttle here, the Bell 5 thing. Where is that? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that guy's getting pretty long, but it was actually needing the extra capacity occasionally. Let's see. I think I added a second. Yeah, I added a second ship to there because in terms of actual rate, it was fine. But the issue was we didn't have enough frequency, and so the platforms were becoming overloaded. Yeah, the platforms just couldn't hold enough passengers to fill the ship to full. So I had plenty in the shipyard, so I just sent one out. I also did wind up having to go up to 4 of these. 3 was almost enough, but as they'd be coming back to here, it would pull out just a little bit before, and the reason that this works so well is because we have that really short turnover time and then a long loading cycle. Because it really is that turnover, that ship pull in, ship pull out, that really causes the problems. And these ships are, as they're fast, they have high acceleration, and they also sit in here a while to make up for how fast they for the turnover. Now I think that I really think that the biggest thing that the shipping stuff needs to have, truly high rate lines be possible is either the ability to have multiple ships from the same line docking simultaneously. Like, basically, effectively what I was doing with the iron ore and the coal, except instead of having two separate lines, you can just have, one line that can have the ships all come in and just go to whatever dock's available. Or you just need, stupidly big ships like this and a larger dock. I said, that's one thing that I would love to see somebody mod in is, a third ship harbor size, like stupidly big. That's, like, I mean, and you could even literally just have it be, 4 warehouses like that, just with the ability to slap an absolutely massive landing on the front, and basically have that be just as something that is compatible with, those sorts of, container ships and super tankers, basically. As it just have a little bit more ability to cater to these Panamax-sized shipping. Panamax is a term used in nautical stuff referring to ships that are sized to be basically the largest ship that can fit in the Panama Canal, is what Panamax is. These might be the older Panamax size, because they didn't actually make the canal larger, but so those might be the older size, what used to be Panamax, rather than the actual current. But there are very, very few cargo ships in the world that are larger than Panamax, because it basically limits them to either just crossing the Atlantic, just crossing the Pacific, or having to sail all the way down around South America if they want to go, all the way around. But basically, it does really limit ships, making them any larger than Panamax. So aside from, like, aircraft carriers, you don't really get many ships bigger than Panamax. But anyway, actually, also, just while I'm on the subject of chatting about ships, because, I don't know, I just feel like it. This little thing here, it seems really weird, but that nub on the front, and I don't know if they know why yet, but it actually does improve the hydrodynamics and reduce the drag on ships. They actually discovered it when the Navy started implementing sonar, and they'd put it in little nubs like this. And they actually found that basically the sonar thing sticking out improved the performance of the ship. And so they started just putting the nubs on the front of various ships like this. And it actually does, for some reason, improve the hydrodynamics of the ship. So yeah, cool little thing. Although the nubs usually are a little more below the waterline than that, but not much. Although, actually, just looking at the sides of this ship, the waterline is supposed to be there anyway, so it's just that these ships are all riding a little bit high, is what it is. But anyway, yeah. Let's see, but yeah, I said, this area is basically just becoming, like, over and underpass central. It's like just, trying to separate out all the lines, forcing themselves into that big station. And honestly, this is one challenge that I'd like to have, on a larger map. I do want to see, just how much trouble I would have, putting even more in, because it like, firstly, I think we could have solved this problem a little bit better by just having, all of the platforms max length instead of doing this cool curvy station. instead just have all the platforms, absolutely max length, and then just have max length trains for every single train. And that would have slightly helped, but I do think that even with that, I would still have to split it up somewhat, especially if I wanted a tight turnaround like I have here. Yeah, and things for, thinking about for the next time I do this. I think what I should have done is actually skewed this the other way and had basically all of this stuff come out here, and that would have given me a lot more room for a just bigger turnaround loop in there. And it would have meant, completely reworking this end, but I do think that would have come out a bit nicer in the long run, doing it that way. But yeah, I said, right now though, what I'm wanting to try and do is just get, all of the towns so that whatever, intra-city transportation there is, covering absolutely everything. And then I want to just go around and clean up some of the pretties. One thing I've noticed is you'll see it whenever one of the big ships come through here, is for those bigger ships, this bridge is not even close to tall enough. But that is the tallest that I can arch this rail bridge here. I wish there was a way to put in like a drawbridge, but I don't think there is such a thing programmed into Transport Fever 2 yet. But I would love, though, to, have like a massive drawbridge that I could run my big ships through. I mean, it would obviously, slow down traffic here, but like, as I've said, this is basically depot access. But another solution that I could do long term, well, let's pull up the contours just to see how, yeah, like we could theoretically, especially if we came like up here, run a tunnel there instead of a bridge, or even potentially like tunnel, pop up, and then bridge there, maybe. And then leave, my channel there and this section here completely open for ship traffic. And I don't know, I might do, actually, I think I am going to try and do something like that. Although, I could also just cut the trains off from the mainland. Because, yeah, like, take out all but, like, the little endy bits of the bridge there. Because that is only depot access. And the one train that we actually needed out here is out here. We're never going to need any more rail out here. It's basically just that one train that's going to go back and forth forever, just shuttling stuff around for the goods industry. And that is all the, train that I ever intend to get out here. And even if I decided to install a subway system, that would be underground anyway, so I would just give it underground depot access. So I think I can actually just, do that. And then let's see just how high I can arch up the road bridge here. Yeah, I know that's about to completely interrupt the main connection there, but we're going to put in, and we're going to do this with the slightly bigger road just because I can. Let's just arch this as much as we can. Okay, that's as high as it can go. Yeah, I don't know, that looks pretty ridiculous. But, yeah, I don't really like that bridge. And I'm not big on this one for over the water. So I do think I'm going to go with the trestle here. Well, I could just go with the default iron one. Or even the modern concrete, actually. That is unlocked now. let's go with the default iron though. And actually, let's just see here though. How badly does the ship fit through with that just arched as steeply as I can? Yeah, and it's still gonna clip the control tower, so I will have to whack that road back a little further. I had a drink down. Maybe I took it upstairs with me, I don't know. Wanted to take a sip from my glass of soda, but anyway, we're gonna pause this now though. Should have paused it while the ship was underneath, but so we're gonna take that back to there. And that once it finishes with the autosave. We're gonna take this one back a chunk too, and then we're gonna put in an even longer, even more steeply, even higher arched up bridge. Straight over, and nope, don't do that. Just spam it up. And as much as I do kind of want to just leave that in, I mean, I like the brick bridge, but it doesn't look right for this. But for now, I'm just going to put this in, and then we'll play this, and let's see, what's the next big ship that's going to go? That one. So we're going to follow this in and see how bad it looks going under that bridge. So that's going to be a little bit, but you know, I mean, that is definitely a lot higher. And of course, that guy's clipping just straight through the pillar, because why would he actually avoid it? Probably just hasn't adjusted his line yet. Come on, tell me the line. Yeah, the lines have adjusted to over here. All going through. I wish they would go through, like the purple line. I wish there was a way to put, like, ship waypoints or something. I mean, I guess I could, like, just put land there and dig that. Oh, yeah, with the placement of the channel, though, yeah. So, yeah, if anything, I'm not going to shift it any further that way. I'll shift it just a bit further that way. That is, you know, very steep, the cars driving up there. Whew, that is certainly... Yeah, I live in southern Maryland, and we actually have a bridge in our area that's somewhat famous for people, you know, being scared to drive over it, and it's a big arch bridge. But even that's not quite this steep. Yeah. Nobody likes that bridge, and they don't like driving over it, but the problem isn't that the bridge itself is dangerous. The problem is that there's so many people who are too dumb to drive on it. And because there are so many bad drivers on the bridge, that's why there's a lot of accidents. But, yeah. This reminds me a little bit of our bridge. Just in that, you know, it is a massive arching bridge like that. But, yeah. And I do kind of like, though, how I, you know, left the two ends of the rail bridge in, where it's very obvious that, you know, we built a bridge there, and we're like, you know, we're not fitting these ships under a rail bridge. But if I had my way, though, what I would do is put in the road bridge arching like that, and put in either, you know, a swivel bridge for the rail. Although I wouldn't really be able to do just a swivel bridge, not that close. Do, like, you know, a classic drawbridge, though, that lifts up in the middle for the rail bridge. There's not really a way to do that in Transport Fever. If there was, I'd certainly be doing a lot more of them. Because as much as I love my, arched bridges like that, for, you know, letting big ships underneath of rail bridges, you really don't want your rail bridges to be compact like But anyway, this guy's pulling in. Let's get the trailing cam. Oh no, it's page up and page down. You want the one that's coming from directly behind. Yeah. No, not that one. That one. Yeah, there we go. And now I'm going to actually zoom this in a bit. Okay. No. Yeah, this is fine though. I'm just going to watch because I do want to see how badly does this clip the bridge. Because if like a couple of those masts on the top clip it because it's going through this segment, I would just say, well, realistically, they just go. And I might actually, you know, put a little bit of land in there to force them to path around. I said, I wish I could, you know, put in like ship waypoints. I'm gonna check and see. I don't think you can. That might be a thing. That's not looking particularly good though. Yeah, the antennas and stuff all clip through. But yeah, and even through the main section, that wouldn't be quite high enough. So I actually am gonna go ahead and we're gonna pause. I'm just gonna take it right the way back. And I know there are ways to force a taller bridge. Basically, have a instead of having the smooth arch, you can, you know, just go straight up very quickly, and then, you know, basically have like a peak rather than the smooth arch. But I mean, I could just like take it right through over there. I don't want to do that. Yeah, maybe. Wow, it's already pumping up very oddly. What is it doing? Don't think that's what I'm wanting, game. Oh, it's because that's tipping up. Okay, that makes a little more sense. Yeah, no, we want this a bit more even. I'm pretty sure that's small road. Yeah, let's curve this. I mean, I probably can put in the larger road and upgrade that section as well. And this has also got electric tram track for access, and I'm gonna need to recurve it. But yeah, we want it flat there to smooth the arch. And just spam the M key. Yeah, that's tall enough. And that is a right massive and impressive bridge, too. That one's a bit more like our bridge. But I think I want this. Yeah, and that should actually be like genuinely tall enough. And both ends of this bridge are basically going to be, you know, dangerous hairpin turns. But whatever, that's the driver's problem, not mine. It's not like I have any routes going over this bridge. But, yeah. And I'm going to go ahead and just upgrade this to the larger in-city road. Boom. And I'll upgrade that to the bigger country roads. No, not the city one, the country one. This guy. And the more you zoom out, the bigger an area you can put in at once. Okay, that's not going to let me do that because it's too close to the tracks. I'll just leave that bit alone. Yeah. Now that is definitely an enormous bridge, but that's what's needed for the... And I said, our bridge, there isn't much shipping traffic that goes under it, but there is some. And that's part of why our bridge is like this. It is, I mean, it's not quite that steep. It's a little more stretched out because ours is over like ours would be like, you know, putting that sort of bridge in like, you know, here or something. It's, you know, over a full river rather than this very small bottleneck in the terrain. But yeah, that sort of height though that you're looking at, big enough to let these, you know, huge Panamax ships squeeze through the middle. So yeah, I am kind of glad that I got this in here. Just, I was getting tired of watching the big cargo ships just, you know, cruising straight through the bridges, and I'm like, no. I mean, just because the game says that ships can fit under there, the game was designed for, you know, ships that are like, if I can get it, I have one, yeah, the game is designed for ships that are, you know, this big, not ships that are that big, as they crash right through each other. But I mean, I rest my case though, like, this ship just, you know, it like, the smokestack barely comes up to the deck of the container ship. And, like, even the smokestacks on these sorts of ships occasionally clip the bottoms of bridges. So it's like, yeah, clearly the game is not designed to, you know, limit your bridges for ships like that. But, I said, this one bridge now does need to be that big. And in fact, I think that, I mean, aside from, you know, all of my arbitrary overpasses, I think that actually is the only, like, over water bridge on this entire map, too. But yeah, and these sorts of things are most of what I'm doing right now. It's just going through, getting the tram routes hooked up. Speaking of which, we need either a better walking connection to over here, or a short tram shuttle from over here to over here. And I do want to see if I can squeeze a small road through there. I mean, it'll be a squeeze, but I might make it. Let's see. Oh, yes, I can make it. And we want keep and keep. And let's put that back in with curvy, because I do prefer to not have those hard breaks when I can avoid it. Let's find that, like, 1 pixel where it went in. Yeah, just to there. And then it goes the rest of the way through. Okay, so it does have to turn pretty harshly to not bump into that, but that's fine. And then just straight on in, if it'll come out straight on into there. Yeah, there we go. And let's see, does that get, yeah, ooh, not completely, but I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna finish that off, and then I'm actually gonna run a first I'm gonna put the other side on here. Actually, no, I don't need the other side on there. I can still have just the one side. But I do need to put in another stop over here. Actually, we'll have one. Nope. The lag is real. But if I can, yeah, there we go. I want to go into there. And I'm going to have one right there just to cover, you know, as much of that area as I can. Make sure that all will stay covered. And then we'll have another one just right up here. And then I'm going to put in the tram track up here. And where possible, we're going to upgrade to the bigger road. And I can get that that little bit there. But apparently not that bit. And I can get that. I probably can get that bit, but only if I actually move that bus stop, which is fine. Yeah. So I just have to move that back just a touch, which is fine. So yeah. I probably can upgrade up there, but I don't really need to. Yeah, and that squeezes this through there. And now I'm going to add a couple more stops to this line. So it's going to go... So, yeah, manage this. And even with, you know, that one smaller tram, I think it'll still be able to handle that whole small area just on its own. So yeah, it goes... So we want it going from there to there. And then after there, we want to go there. Come on. And then there. And then... Well, nah, we're not going to stop there on the way back. We're just going to go through there the one time. We're going to swap which terminal it's on here so that it doesn't cross over itself. Although, really, that doesn't much matter, to be perfectly honest. So actually, no, I'm going to leave it. Because when you have a single vehicle on the line, and this is, you know, as far as the trams I usually use, this is a fairly small one, but it's also the fastest tram that's currently available. So, speaking of currently available, let's go ahead and run the date while I'm doing this. And in fact, I think I'm probably going to go back to just running it at full on 4 times, so that as I do this, we can get, you know, a variety of, you know, some various modern trams in here. But I said that should, though, have Bury St. Edmunds fully covered for passenger. Although actually I'm going to need some more cargo drop off now, though. So first things first, we're going to select that and pin it. Not that one, but any other cargo drop offs. I'm going to select and pin. And that's actually all of them right now. Okay. So yeah. Let's see. Yeah, we'll need one around here-ish somewhere. And I think I'm going to try and get the cargo stuff more on the back roads. Because I have a lot of older cargo trams that I can chuck on here. And I don't want them interfering with the main roads any more than they have to. So that covers a lot. But we are still going to need another one up here. Yeah, and that gets all the way down to the peninsula. And then if we go into here, yeah, and there are a couple of cargo demanding buildings up there. So put one in there, maybe. Oh, okay, so yeah, we got the other bi-level stuff, which is actually slower than the built-in bi-level than the other bi-level car, which is disappointing. I grabbed that because it looked like a cool higher speed bi-level train, but it's actually even worse. Yeah, that's a little disappointing. And that's will actually be covered by that train station, or at least it should be. Yeah, because that train station is in range of here. So yeah, and so is that one. So yeah, anything there, it can be dropped off either there or there, and shuttle in on the train. So yeah, that should have everything covered. But now we need to put in a couple of new lines. And in fact, this is a bit small, so we'll probably wind up doing a bit of platform sharing. And I'm also going to have to go in and extend those platforms like I've been going to do for a while now. For some reason, it won't let me extend that one anymore. Yeah. So that's actually fine, though. It won't have as much capacity, but so long as we put one of the shorter lines on that, or just, make doubly sure to have enough trams on it. Yeah, it probably is just slightly angled so it cuts into the station, or into the harbor. So yeah, I'm going to just leave that. I mean, it's not a huge deal. Yeah, we're going to get in some new lines here. Actually, since I'm going to have to be sharing platforms, I guess we'll just have that one be the one that isn't actually shared. So that's the one that's already in, so we need one going to there. Then we need another one. It's going to go from there up to... And we need one to there, but yeah, there's one up there. And we need one from there. Come on. To there. And then now we're going to do... And we're not going to bother with... Well, actually, no, I want to go ahead and put catenary on, just because. Yeah. And that one's going to wind up using... Yeah, I think that we'll... there. Okay, yeah. I've got my bearings in. So yeah, I think we're going to go ahead... Ooh, this actually isn't electrified. Which it doesn't need to be, though, because hopefully I should be able to do that with all the older stuff. So yeah, it's going to be going up through there. Actually, no need to bother with that because it's going up there. So I shouldn't have put that on the main road, actually, but... Anyway, I'll do that, and that'll keep it off of most of the passenger section. And on that one, I'm actually going to go ahead and give it a little... Oh, actually, I already have cargo tram on that bit. No. I'm going to give it catenary, and I'm going to let it turn around and come back down this way. There we go. And that's got all those hooked up. And then I'm going to make sure that for the terminals, let's see. Yeah, Yeah, so we've got 4 lines, and those are going out to 1, 2, 3. Yeah, only 4 things going out. So that's actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So 25, 26, and 27. I'm going to chuck well, let's go with 3 cargo trams each. I find that for the smaller cargo trams, 3 tends to be a good number. So, although some of those lines aren't going to need nearly that much, and some of them will need a lot more. But we'll move stuff around as needed. Ooh, at least one of them doesn't have everything it needs, so we'll do 26 and 27, and then we'll figure out what's wrong with line 25. Yeah, let's grab that. We'll pull up line 25. Oh yeah, that one's going to the middle. I didn't get that one trammed up, so now yeah, we're gonna run it in there, I think. And then we'll just put in that little triangle there to turn around. There we go, that'll do line 25. There we go. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 trams onto line 25. And that'll snap it off of those roads, and there we go. Yeah, that should be fine. Let's see, I believe I already double-checked everything here. And, yeah, that's the tram stop, I believe, not... yeah. Okay, so the tram does cover that, but the, subway doesn't. But so long as one or the other covers it, they can transfer around. Although I might put out a spur line on the subway that comes out down here. If I can get another platform, I think I will put in a spur line for the subway. That's the nearest subway. So yeah, I'm gonna configure this and see if I can get it to put on another track. We can just use the other side of that platform, but... okay, so if I put a track there, it'll collision with that. Well, either way, I'd have to strip those off. But I actually can do this, but what I'm going to have to do is, first, we're going to have to pause this and find an angle where I can remove that track. No, I don't want to remove that. I want... Oh, we got it for a moment. Yeah, I'm just trying to get an angle where I can take out... Ooh, I need to inverse that scroll wheel thing. That's... Ooh, yeah, it's very much inverted controls. Please tell me it'll get both of them. Oh no. Let me get out of that. Although, actually, which way is the, thing going? Because I only ever put in one direction on the subway. No, firstly I did... Okay, so I broke the line there, so it's going... Yeah, it's going that way on that line, which means that actually I don't need to modify this station at all. Since I don't actually have anything using the other track in that station, I can actually just, you know, peel off there. Not come out from underground, please. Thank you. Oop, and I've definitely put in very much the wrong one. Yeah, I'm gonna need to make that a much tighter turn. Yeah, there needs to be some sort of a, like, you know, what do I want to delete type tool that'll let you, you know, force it to not delete things that, like, aren't track, or aren't road, or aren't tunnels, or whatever else. Yeah, I might need to just go down further and see if I can get under that tunnel. Yeah, it's got me going not quite under that tunnel. Oh, no, I can, just have to be very careful about how I do it. But let's see. First off, let's go to there. And then try going a little straighter, but still down. Yeah, there we go. That's got us under it. And let's actually turn this way a bit to avoid those tunnels. And see if I can level out here. Nope, I can't come up any, but I can go level. There we go. Okay, so let's get in a couple of underground stations. So I think what I'm going to do... yeah, I think I'm just going to have a single big train shuttling back and forth on that one. So I only need one track on these stations. So let's get the underground passenger station with a single track. And we want to make sure that it's the floor and wall pattern I like beforehand. And still that, and I'm going to do platforms both sides just because I can. And ooh, and we made it way longer than I want. Yeah, 140 will probably do us. Let's see, so we got it coming out from there and going up like that way. Yeah, it's removing random stuff for some reason, but that should not be a problem once we finalize it. The building should grow back, theoretically. Let's see. Although, can I, yes, I can, you know, shove it down lower. Which I actually think I do want to do here. And then I'm going to have another one that's going to be, like, just, you know, over here servicing what few buildings are out this way. And this isn't going to cover everything, but it'll cover, you know, a lot more stuff directly with the subway rather than having to do the slower trams. Let's see, go into the road junctions tool, and that's where this guy is. So I'm going to put one in just right here, right next to it. Just right off of that junction there. Let's see, do I want to do one like over here-ish? No, I'm not going to bother with one over there. But we do need a couple for this one. I think I'm going to do... Oop, come on. Get back under control. Oh, yeah, I think I'm going to do one like over here-ish. Yeah, like there is cool. And then I'll also put in another entrance like up here maybe. Just to spread that capture area out a little. And one thing I've realized for this, the way it formats this, you could theoretically get a single station that basically had, you know, capture area to cover like an entire city. Now, I don't know how many passengers would actually be willing to walk that far, but it would technically give capture area for the whole city just by, you know, chucking down a stupid number of those. Okay, so let's see. So let's see. Which one is that? Now, I'm going to remove that just to be sure that I don't accidentally connect that to the other one, and then we're going to uncheck that box. Come on, uncheck it, please. Nope, there you go. And then I'm going to put this one back in. So I can't just put it straight over too. That actually looks a bit better, I think. So yeah, and just, you know, straight over the station. We're going to grab those two and finalize. Then I'm just going to whack the track in and we'll get a train on that. Yeah, and that bit slows down a lot, but it'll be faster on the other bit. And this is not intended to be, you know, a super high-speed train. It's just a little intra-city shuttle type. So yeah, we're going to get another new line. And don't worry, but before I finalize this map, I am going to go through, and I'm just going to actually, like, just take a bit of time to go through and just name all of these lines. Not necessarily like on stream, but at some point I will. So yeah, let's make us up a train for that. I think we've still got a couple of the brown British Pullman coaches that are currently in storage right now. So I think we'll try and use up those. Yeah, let's modify you. Well, let's see. And if I can, I believe, see, I believe that's one of the Greyhounds. If I can find another one of those guys are a little bit quicker than most of the other stuff I've got in here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, and I actually do have a lot of the British Pullman coaches. So yeah, with those two, we're going to have, so firstly, the 2 first classes, 2 third classes, and then 1 of the brake coaches. Actually, and I think I have some brown ones here, and I'll go ahead and... okay, so those are all brake coaches. So then we'll pop that guy onto the back. And if we modify and then select the new train here, it should tell us the speed. for the max speed, and I believe it'll 129, because the Greyhounds are slightly quicker than a lot of the other stuff. So yeah, we're gonna grab this and color it, and then on to that line it goes. And good, and it is able to path there, so that's nice. Well, let's try and actually keep this stuff running, because right now, the main thing we're doing is just as it running the game along, and just as it getting various things figured out. But yeah, these are the... Oh no, those aren't the Greyhounds, those are a different one, but... Well, those might be. I thought the Greyhounds were Great Western, not LSWR. No. Whatever those are, I was right that they were one of the quicker ones. Oh, let's see. Oh no, yeah, they are Greyhounds, just... So yeah, apparently they are London Southwestern, not Great Western. And my headquarters is starting to get real nice and big here, too. Yeah, we're up to a company score of 120. 7 points for the trains, 13 for the ships. How many trams? 2 for my fastest vehicle. 18 for my longest vehicle, wow. And then a couple for the length of the rail network, and just a stupid quantity for the amount of cargo and passengers that have been transported. And that's because I've just been, kind of letting it run whenever I'm, just going through it and letting it run and optimizing it. So those, 50 whatever points I haven't really, earned by earning them. I've just sort of earned them by pausing the date and just letting things run. But oh wow, we've actually spent money all the way down till we're at like only $500 million instead of the almost $2 billion we were at for a while. I'll bet you part of that was this mega bridge, and part of it's also probably the fact that I've been as much as possible resetting the maintenance cost and then setting it to everything very high in order to just maximize the well-keptness of my stuff. I guarantee you we'd be like stupidly profitable if I set that to either just normal or regularly high. The profits would just kick through the roof. It would like reduce the maintenance costs by half. But yeah, I don't think I am going to be updating anything to put in any of those like really high speed trains, because we've already got the those. Ooh, why are you going backwards? You're not supposed to be going backwards. But we'll fix this. Very simple solution. Just take that, and we run like that, and then we say, you go the other way, and then as soon as he's made it across that switch, we get rid of it. Apparently that guy's doing the same thing, just flipped around the same way, so as soon as he can use this same switch here. I mean, I don't know what's up with although theoretically, since those are intended to basically be brake coaches with control in them, it's not that weird. It's just, so it's only a little weird, basically. But I'm still gonna, flip this guy as soon as he gets past that switch, just because I want all of my trains running forward, not reversed. I think I might leave that in there for a little while, just so that I can... I mean, unfortunately, like, sometimes it's amazing how the, ballast track puts in switches like that. Sometimes it's mildly annoying. I wish there was a variant that would, like, not put switches in on it. Would basically just, extend the ballast across it. So that, like, you could, have a ballast center like this. Or you could, and not have the switches, but just have the, spacing for doing, like, fancy stuff with tunnels. Or you could have one like this, where it's intentionally, like, where a track was removed. And for that, you'd want to leave the switches in, so it was like, this is where the old switches were. But anyway, I don't know how reasonable that would be to mod in, so I'm not going to complain too hard. Anyways. Yeah. Let's see. So, let's go... Let's see, I double-checked Boodle pretty recently. I believe that does have, full coverage. Okay, just judging by that, I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah, that's a graphical error. That is covered by that guy. And we put that one in, which is covering all of that. And that's definitely very covered. So yeah, Boodle's fine. Let's see, I believe Silston is starting to spread out. Well, let's see, it's covered out there. It's covered there. And yeah, so Silston is fully covered right now. Eventually we might need something up here, but not yet. Let's check Biddulph. Yeah, Biddulph is definitely going to need some more. No, actually, no, Biddulph is actually still small enough that it is just covering, huge amounts of the city. Yeah, it's not surprising considering the, sheer amount of steam stuff that's, puffing around it. It's actually been pretty well supplied, so I don't expect it to grow too much larger. It is just, another fairly small town. Let's see about Market Harborough. Yeah, this is really starting to get massive areas that aren't actually covered by the trams. And unfortunately, this area is still steam trams, so I'd have to electrify out to it to add more. I mean, that's not too big a deal, but it would be mildly annoying to have to do. Or I could just actually use some buses. I actually haven't done any buses yet in this playthrough. So we had another version of the market of the Class 8 diesel. Yeah, I think I'm actually just gonna do some buses. I haven't done any buses yet. Let's put in bus stop here. Then we'll put in bus stop here, and a bus stop all the way out here. And then it'll also come back via there. Yeah. And I actually am just going to do some, regular road buses on this line. Just purely to change stuff up a little. And that should keep up to through there covered for a good while. And we might need something up there. Not sure. Yeah, probably at least a small something. Maybe just even like... No, actually, that might cover all the way out. I'm not sure, but... Only one way to find out, and that's to pull it up and see. It does actually... Yeah, it doesn't cover that bit, but we don't have any buildings on that bit yet. So eventually a couple buildings might pop up outside of where we have public transport, but honestly, that's fine. And then, yeah, line 29 is going to need some just regular buses on it. Actually, there we go. Yeah, we definitely need to either start a new map or get a new computer, because I'm going to be starting a new map soon anyway. Yeah, the lag is just getting real bad. So we're just going to be looking just past this stuff, so I'm not big on that. I kind of like this one, though. I mean, we've got, a few other things, but yeah, I think we're going to go with this guy. We'll do 2 of them. Yeah, let's do 2 of them. And color them the same color as the rest of my passenger stuff. And on to line 29. Yeah, this is going to actually be the, just regular road vehicle passenger transport that I'm putting in this game. Yeah. I think what I might try and do for the next... Ooh, I can actually see into there that I didn't get the tile painted all the way in. But anyway, I think what I'm going to do for the next playthrough is I think I'm going to try doing a full vanilla playthrough and just purely for getting the achievements. I think I do want to try and, just... I'm not going to, get one of the, custom maps that's specifically set up to make the achievements easy. But I do think that I am going to try and, play the game to get the achievements, basically. Yeah. I do really wish that you could actually paint over your lawn here. I mean, I get that, the lawn does, absolutely, develop as time goes on and become fancy and everything, but I don't know. I'd like to be able to continue my tiles into the area around my building. I like my tiles, they're cool. But, yeah, though, I think that, as I'm going to try, a full vanilla, playthrough and actually just, play the game as a game and just earn achievements. They're growing out here a little more than I'd like, but not too much more, so... And actually, I think up here, actually didn't, have a full connection, so actually, what I could do is, do a little bit more, bus stuff while I'm doing it. Put a loop in here, maybe, and, chuck a couple more buses onto that. And we put, a ton of terminals here. I may as well use another one. So yeah, let's, do more of these. We need to actually put in the line first, though. And actually, I can even do, one either direction, maybe, or even do, buy 2 more and do 2 either way. I think just putting the 2 on in the one direction, though, is good enough for this. But yeah. I said, I really am thinking that between, the lag and the fact that we're basically out of big things to actually do on this map. It's all, tiny little administrivia, just cleaning stuff up type projects. And as between that and the lag, I don't think this map has much more to offer us. Just as all the big stuff is running smoothly. As there's a little more we could do with passengers, but not much. And there's a little more we could do with newer vehicles, but not much. I mean, there's definitely, a few places that we could, like, pretty up the bridge pillars a little bit, but still not that much. And I do think that it's just, I think it's time to move on. So, yeah, I think with that, I'm gonna just leave you guys. I'm gonna turn off all the icons. I think we're just gonna hang out here and watch the main junction. I'll do it from this side so you can also see my massive ships in the background. And we're just gonna turn off all the icons and just, yeah, this is it. So, yeah. Oh, hey, there's the little sailboat that you know, I think that's what we're going to do to finish this off. I'm going to show you that little tiny sailboat. And, yeah, we'll do that to wrap this up, because that is very much, it surprisingly late game. So yeah, we'll end the game by going sailing. And then we'll put that onto the passenger ferry, which is that one, I believe. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but either way, we'll go sailing off into the distance after this autosave is finished. And then I'll end the game while we're sailing off into the distance. Come on, autosave. I know it's getting real laggy, but... There we go. And there we go, sailing off into the distance. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the stuff on this map. I personally think I have. And I like to think that I've also gotten a little bit better, both at, playing the game and at actually doing this streaming thing. Yeah, if you guys have any suggestions for things that you think I can do better, things you'd particularly want to see, whether they be, things I can do now, things that I can do once I've upgraded my PC, specific games that you'd like to see me invest in, or, I've also got a couple of other games that I could play. We've got, I don't think Dwarf Fortress would be very good to do for streaming, but we've got Open Transport Tycoon Deluxe, and we've got Endless Skies, which is a little like sci-fi type game. It's currently only in either alpha or beta, but it's a free to download one. If you guys really want to see that for some reason, I guess we could do something in Minecraft, although I don't think I would do a very good job of being a Minecraft streamer, but is it for now, though? We will sail off into the sunset, and I think later this week I'm going to start up a 100% vanilla series in an attempt to earn all of the achievements. So yeah, if you guys want to see that, or just want to see something else and want to suggest it to me, stick around and please, leave me some comments. Like I said, I like to actually hear from you guys. So yeah, there we go.